Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining. Um, as all of you, I'm so excited for today uh, to obtain this opportunity to be right in front of you, all of you people, to explain everything about our new releases. As always, an exciting, moment for me, and I've been waiting for this moment for the whole week, like I said, to be right in front of you and explain all the kind of feature updates, the enhancements, and so on and so forth that we have built for this particular week. So yes, we have EalSuite evolution. And before that, let me just say hi to some of our joinees. Hi, Anjana. Devika is also here. Abhijit. Sh- Shamika. Yes, Shamika, that's the name. Hello, everyone. I'll be giving you a few moments to just settle down yourself, and then we will just begin with our webinar. So as always, we will be speaking exclusively about EalSuite evolution, the smart view cloning, the revamped employee form layouts, and the kind of details that we have further added to our manufacturing view and more, unveiling the new features, enhancements, and the resolved issues for the past week. Yes. So if you're coming across any doubts, there's a Q&A, section. You can ask your questions there, and at the right time, I will be catering to your questions. There's a chat option as well. You can write down like anything and everything that comes into your mind, and we'll have a discussion on that. Then you have a raise hand option. If you're coming across any doubts, try to utilize it. All right. So yes, at the very end, if you're having any, uh, doubts in depth, I'll be unmuting all of you, and then we will have a verbal conversation on that as well. All right. So I think it's better to get started. It's time already. So like I said, EalSuite evolution, we'll be speaking about a lot of features, enhancements, and resolved issues. All right. So I hope it's time to get started. Yes. So let me just first of all bring in our release notes, and let me just explain what we'll be concentrating for today. So smart view cloning. Users can now effortlessly clone our smart views, making it easier to replicate and adjust views without starting from scratch. Okay, I just forgot one thing. I'm just sharing my screen right now. I've turned on my video, turned on my audio. Am I properly audible, visible, and I hope that you're able to see my screen properly as well. If you can just give me a confirmation, that would be great. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Let's continue. So we first talked about our smart view cloning, which comes under our feature update. Then we have revamped employee form layouts, introducing new form layouts for employees, which is designed to enhance the data entry efficiency and our aesthetic appeal. We'll be looking into that. Then we have the advanced template builder. So this is a very important update for this week. We have upgraded the ability to embed custom fields directly within the templates. So we have made a small change when it comes to the format in which the custom fields are being created right now. This enhancement has led to the removal of the show in will view option, as visibility of custom fields is now seamlessly integrated and managed through the templates themselves. Next, we have the detailed manufacturing view. The manufacturing view has been refined to display the cost per unit as the total cost value, which is applicable for manufactured items as well as raw materials, providing clearer insights into our production cost. And we have two resolved issues. The first one, no more duplicate custom field names. Okay, when fixed a bug in custom field editing that allowed for duplicate names, thus enhancing data integrity and avoiding confusions. Then we have purchase bill deletion unlocked. So we have resolved an issue that previously prevented users from deleting purchase bills, ensuring smoother inventory and financial management. All right, so these are our feature updates, enhancements, and resolved issues. We will first of all get started with our feature updates, and that's the first one, that is smart view cloning. So smart view cloning. Effortlessly clone your smart views to replicate and adjust your views easily and enhancing the user experience. So we will be speaking about that first. Yes. All right. So let's go to our invoices to take a look into the smart view that we have created right now. So I'll just delete this and we'll get started. Yes. So imagine you're only having a primary view, right? You're just having a primary view and nothing else. Now, let's create a new view. Create view. And let me just name it as B2B invoices. I'm keeping it in a private manner. And let's say ID, company, customer, amount, date, due date, then the status. I think this will be it, right? Let's take GST in as well. Then, yeah, yes, I think this will be enough. And we can add a filter such a way that the GST IN is not empty. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Yes, everything is good. So we have created a smart view where we have B2B invoices, right? B2B means we have a customer which is GST registered in some way or another. And in such a way, we can easily create a smart view. Now imagine there's a column called due dates. I want to get a detailed view of the invoices which are due, right? Which are due for, for some time. Let's keep it like that. So I want to create a new smart view. So rather than going and creating a smart view, then adding all these columns into it and adding further filters, we can simply clone this view. So when we click on clone view, we can see that the name will be the same itself while during the creation process. So right now we are not providing any name validations. Even if there are duplicate names also, they will be created. All right. So I'll just show it to you like that first of all, or maybe I'll just give a different name itself, dated, something like this. And then you see, if you're cloning the view, the selected columns are already here present. We don't have to select it from here. So we have a bunch of columns on the left side, and we have to select our columns. Now I do know that when you're selecting a large number of columns, it takes a lot of time and effort, and we are just doing redundant work, right? So what is my intention? My intention is that I need to get a list of invoices where the GST number is not empty, as well as the due date is or is before a particular date. Maybe I'll keep it like this, before 1st of March, right? So I'll be getting a list like this. Now I can see that these are all, okay, not this one. Yes, this one. So a new invoice smart view has been created very easily. Now I can get a list of invoices which was due before 1st of March, right? That's what I want to get. So here I can see that partially paid, partially paid, partially paid, and 2 invoices are paid. Then there are a bunch of other invoices also. So I can see the one which I have created on 1st of January, sorry, not 1st of January, on 7th of January and 4th of January are yet to be paid. And also in the previous month, there's one is yet to be paid, and there are few, yes, in the previous year which are yet to be paid, so and so. So if I want to create another smart view, I need to clone the view. Not going to change the name. I need to add another. All I have to do is add another filter. That's it. I would say that the amount is greater than 1,500. Right. So a new view has been created. Okay. The reason why I just gave the same name itself is that right now you can create. I mean, there are multiple views with the same name itself. For right now, we are not providing some kind of a date validation. So I just wanted to show that. So even I created a new view where the GST number is not empty and the due date is before this. So rather than going and creating a new view in which I have to from scratch add all these filters like GST numbers filter, due date filter, if I'm cloning it, I never wanted to do that. My only step in the creation process is to add this particular filter alone, and that is the advantage of creating such kind of views. Now the next question that everybody will be having is, can I delete these views just like the other one? And if I delete this previous view like B2B, which from B2B I created B2B dated, then from that I created another one. So if I delete this view, the base view, then will the rest of the views get deleted? No, that doesn't happen, right? I'm just delete at the base view, nothing happened to the rest of the views. I can delete this view if I want to. So no name, duplicate name validation has been provided, and you can simply clone the views and add further layers on top of that without starting the whole creation process of a smart view from scratch. And that is the advantage of smart view cloning. So I hope that this is a very important feature which can improve your productivity and also save a lot of time while you're working with EalSuite. All right, I hope it's clear. If there is any doubts, you can ask me now. No doubts. Okay, great to hear that. So that was our first feature update. Next one is enhancing employee experience with new form layout. So optimizing data entry efficiency and aesthetics with revamped employee form layout, right? So we'll take a look into that first of all. Yes. So we are here again. Let me just do a small thing here. Yes. Okay, so we can go to our forms, maybe, yeah, into a head office itself, and we'll go to forms and we'll go to employees. So here you can see that there are multiple forms. Let's create a new form. Okay, this is the name I'm going to provide. Now you can see I can select all these fields. And once I select it, it's going to jump like this, right? Yeah. And there's an add group also. So what happens with the add group? A group name can be added. So let me just remove it and create all this in a proper manner. Okay, so the name, date of birth, gender, marital status, official email, personal email, so and so many are present here. So let us first of all add a group and write personal details of employee. Then we can add name, birth, gender, marital status, personal email, phone number, alternative email, phone number, so and so. Right? Yes. Then I can add another group where I can add addresses. So current address. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it like this here. Right? Okay, okay. I'm going to keep, okay, I can do first of all, I'll keep it here first of all, then city, all of this. Let's submit, right? And let's see what happens to this dated employee form. So we'll go to HRM and we'll try to create a new employee with the form dated employee form. See, we have the personal details and we have the current address. Now I'm going to make a small edit here. I'll bring it here. Yes, and submit. And what happens in this page? It goes to the right side. So right now you have a provision, right, to create groups and place it anywhere you want. If I want to keep it like this, right, submit. A group name is required. I'm going to name it as XYZ. And then you can see XYZ, a new group has been created. So in this particular manner, you have the provision to create employee forms just the way you want, just the way in which you want to customize it, you can do it. And that is a specialty. All right. So how many number of groups you want to create based on the different types of custom fields that you are creating. So it's up to you. All right. So I hope that this is also a very important update, a customizable update, just like what we did with Smart View cloning. I hope that this is also clear to everyone. So if there's any doubt, you can ask me. I am expecting doubts for this one. Okay, there's a question. Is there a restriction in which how much number of groups that you can create? No, there are no restrictions. You can create n number of groups. You can create n number of custom fields, and you can add into this particular form. So no such kind of restrictions. Okay, nothing more, I guess. Everything is clear. Yes. Okay, great, great. So that was all about our enhancing the way in which our employee form works. So we have improved the user experience while creating the forms and also creating employees. Okay, so that was our new feature releases. Now looking into our enhancement. Okay, so enhancement in template builder. We have enhanced the visibility and management of custom fields, where we have improved the custom field embedding, eliminated the show in bill view option, as well as enhanced visibility and management. So we'll again work with this. And for this one, I'm gonna select the second branch and we'll go to our branch 2 and start working with our custom fields. So we have customer node, multiple branches, nodes, such kind of custom fields which have already created under branch 2. Now I'll just explain to you what happens. When we are creating a new custom field, there was an option. Now this shows mandatory, including all forms. There was an option to show in bill view, right? So the question was whether when I'm taking a PDF output of the bills that I've created with the help of these custom fields, should these fields be present in the output form, right? Or the output print in the PDF. And right now we have taken that option right from the custom field page into our template builder, right? So this is the way in which this works. So let me see whether I have created something. Yeah, nothing. I haven't provided any names or anything like that. So we can randomly create something. We'll see for invoices, I have created something like notes. So for invoices, let me just create something called delivery. Keep it in small. Delivery status. And yeah, we'll keep it as a drop down. So in progress. And delivered, and we'll keep it the default values in progress itself. So it's mandatory, all new form option on record creation. Allow new option creation on record. No, we're not going to do that. We'll keep it in all the forms right now. And submit. Yes. So we have two custom fields against invoices and two against customers. Now we'll do one thing. We'll go to our template builder v2 and we'll go to invoices. Let me edit this. Now there is a section called custom field preferences, and then we will click on update columns. So against invoices there are custom fields created, and against customers there are custom fields created. Now the question is, do you want these columns to be present, or these fields to be present in the templates that you're creating for your invoices? So right now I'm going to click on submit and say I'm not going to add anything. We'll go to the invoice section and we will create a new field. So you can see that thing is present, and we will select a mango pickle and a table, something like this. we have a total amount, references, notes. This is a sample invoice. And the delivery status is in progress. Nothing else to be worried about. And you can see that the notes and delivery status is present in the view of the invoice. Now, when I take the PDF, should it be there? It is not present because we have not added it, because we have not added any of it. Now, we'll go to the template builder, invoice template first, and we'll just simply add customer note, multiple branch, and then notes and delivery status, and click on submit and save, right? Before that, on this particular invoice, we have the customer. Let me just edit customer note and multiple branches. Yes, customer. This is a sample customer note. We'll click on save. Okay, so details are already present under the customer, and the invoice is also created like this. We'll reload it, and right now you can see we have the details in the view page, and we have added it into our template builder also. So in such a way, we'll be getting the delivery status, the customer note, and multiple branches, and the notes against the invoices. So in such a way, this will be formed. And another advantage, rather than keeping it vertical, let's keep it horizontal and check. And let's see what happens here. Yes, so the customer details are being shown like this, and the invoice custom fields will be shown in a table in an horizontal manner. So that is a specialty. So right now, the specialty with this particular enhancement is, earlier when we were creating custom fields, there was an option which was asking us, we can either enable it or disable it, to show it in the build view. We have completely taken it from the custom view, field creation part into a template builder. See, right now, if you're creating a new custom field, you don't even have to think about it, whether it has to be present in your build view, right? You can decide that when you are taking your template builders into consideration. See, so you can simply create a custom field. You don't have to think about whether it has to come into your build or not. You can think about it by going into your template builder and then taking a decision or making a decision. So that is the way in which this particular thing works. Now, I'm sure that there are a lot of people who have already created custom fields against a lot of builds, and you will be wondering, like, what happens to the existing custom fields that we have created, whether it will have to go into each and every template and then simply add it like that. No, that won't be necessary, because when we are making such kind of changes, we will be migrating it automatically into the templates. Everything will be working as it is. All the new custom fields that you will be created, you will have to do it manually by going into the invoice template. All right, so yes, this is it. Is there any doubts? No, I guess I'm not getting any queries. Okay, so in that case, we'll move forward. That was all about the enhancement that we have made in the template builder. Next, we have made further enhancements in our manufacturing analytics also. So revealing total cost per unit for enhanced production cost insight. So how will this be getting reflected? Yes. So under, okay, it went into our second branch. Under our manufacturing, I'll select this manufacturing itself. Yes. So we had a BOM created for a table 5 into 5 meter one, and the total quantity was 10. The total cost was shown like this: start date, due date, completed date, everything is present. So under the manufactured items, you could see name, quantity, and total cost was present. Right now we have added cost per unit. Similarly, under raw materials also, name, quantity, and total cost was present. Right now we have already also added cost per unit. So what is the advantage? So when you have name, quantity, and total cost, and let's say that the quantity is 10 and the total cost is 28,490, then it's very easy for us to calculate the cost per unit because it works in a denomination of 10, right? So it will obviously be 2,849. But imagine if the total quantity was 17 and the total cost was 33,250. We'll have to anyway go, with the help of a calculator only, we'll be able to get the total, the cost per unit. So we have provided an additional column which provides you the cost per unit under the manufactured item as well as the raw material. So that is the enhancement. So right now the visibility is clear. You get better analysis from your view of the manufacturing. Manufacturing. All right, the rest of everything is the same itself. So that was all about the way in which we have introduced our enhancement under our manufacturing view. I guess that there won't be any doubts regarding this particular enhancement. All right. Yes. Next one. Data integrity enhancement, that is eliminating duplicate custom field names. Okay. So how did this happen? Yes. So there was a situation in which I'll just show it to you like this. Imagine if there is a purchase order detail, which I'm trying to create under delivery note. The field name is already used for this module, right? So I cannot create a new custom field with the same name itself under the same module, right? Yes. Now, under invoices, we have something called valid as well as delivery status new. So rather than, there's a question, what if, okay, just for narrowing things down, let me just create something with a drop down itself, something with a drop down itself. And the name I'm going to provide is XYZ drop down ABC and PQR submit possible. See the similarity here, both made under invoice, both the type are drop down. Now what happens if I rename this XYZ into delivery status new? So delivery status new is a custom field which already exists under invoice itself. When I click on submit, it shouldn't be getting created. So field name is already used for this. So how this worked before we fixed this update was, there was duplicate name validation while you're creating a new custom field, but there was no duplicate name validation while you're editing it and then submitting. So we found out that issue and we fixed it. That's the way it works. So let me just delete it. That was the resolved issue. Next one was improving efficiency, resolving purchase bill, deletion restriction. So the last time when we pushed a new update, we came across an issue that after this update was pushed, few of our users, this happened in a regional wise thing, few of the purchase bills, not few of the purchase bills, they were not able to delete the purchase bills. And this happened after we pushed an update. So we fixed that issue as well. And this happened in a particular region. It didn't happen to all the users. Purchase bill deletion was working fine for most of the users, but for some people under small regions, there was an issue like this. So we fixed it. All right. Yes. So that's it for today from my side. Now it's your chance to ask me your doubts. Please. I hope that everything I just explained was clear to everyone. If you're having any doubts, you can ask me now. Is there any changes made for your bill of materials? No, we haven't made any kind of changes for our bill of materials. The bill of materials will be remaining the same itself. We haven't further added anything into the bill of materials side. The bill of materials will be consisting of the manufacturing item section, the raw material section, and the expense section itself. Rather than concentrating on the cost per unit, we try to look into what is the maximum quantity that we can produce, and what is the how much is a quantity available for production. I mean, that is a specialty of bill of materials, right? So rather than concentrating on the cost side, we are concentrating on the quantity side, the ratio side, and everything. The amount will be coming, the amount column do exist, but it only comes under the expense section. Can we create new form layouts under invoices? As of now, we have introduced the new method of creating form layouts under employee section only. We'll be spreading it in our upcoming updates. As of now, it's restricted to employees only. A good question, I would say. Yes, you can simply clone, how much number of smart views if you want to. We're not, put a restriction on that. And even like I said, we have not provided any kind of restrictions when it comes to duplicate name validations also. There are chances that you will be creating such kind of views. So that's the reason why the restriction has not been provided. We'll be taking a look into a number of use cases, and then we'll be deciding whether we do want to put a duplicate name validation moving forward. Anything else? Okay, so I was expecting a question from you guys regarding this. See, advanced rules does not directly get applied to your permanent smart views, right? So we can apply filters in a temporary manner as well as in a permanent manner into the views that you see. So for regular filters, you can keep it permanently for a smart view, but for the advanced rules that we were doing, we cannot do it permanently, right? So for advanced views or advanced rules, to be precise, the cloning facility, we have not built it under that. But moving forward, first thing that we'll have to do is introduce the advanced rules into a permanent smart view capability, and then only we'll be able to build the cloning option on top of that. So I think it will be taking some time for us to bring this thing. So the advantage is that you don't have to build anything from scratch. Some of the examples that I've just shown to you was pretty easy one. I would say that if you're creating further custom fields along with invoices and for customers as well, then you will be seeing a bunch of columns that you will have to select, right? And it takes a lot of time. Even though we have a search option, we have to go in there, search it, we have to click it and bring it to the right side as a selected column. Right now, we don't have to do that. Imagine if you already have a view in which 20 columns were selected, right? If you're building it again from scratch, you have to again select those 20 columns and then apply your filters on top of that. It simply saves you time. So that's the way in which the smart view works right now. All right, I hope that the questions are done. Yes. So like always, thank you everyone for attending this particular webinar. Looking forward for more feature updates and enhancements, I would say, from our team. And I'm looking forward for more and more queries from your side. So as always, you can reach out to a support team and get your queries resolved. You can reach out to us service partners and get your queries resolved. We have a dedicated forums, and we can see a bunch of new questions coming in on a daily basis. And we are really excited to see those things happening in our forum as well. So please continue that and please take the effort to resolve the queries of your fellow beings as well. And yes, please be there for our next webinar as well, because we'll be bringing in more. And I would say that we're working on a lot of cool features like how we'll be sharing our smart views, and then we'll be looking into some of the marketplace applications as well. So we'll be bringing it in our upcoming webinar series and in our upcoming releases. So thank you very much everyone for attending. Take care. Bye-bye.